It's been 3 whole days, and MMA channels are still talking about Conor McGregor's private parts. Really? Still? Come on, guys, we can do better than that. Let's move on, because today Dana White has dropped some serious news bombs. Not 1, but 2 media appearances, and both were packed with updates. The biggest one, the UFC has huge plans brewing, and it's tied to the White House. Yes, the actual White House. Dana's hyping this thing up like it's going to be the greatest fight card ever created, and honestly, it might just live up to that hype. One of the craziest ideas they're toying with, Jon Jones and Conor McGregor fighting on the same card, on US soil, at the White House, July 4th, 2026. You heard that right. Dana said it's very possible they'll stack this card with absolute legends, Jon, Conor, and maybe a few other massive names too. It sounds almost unbelievable, but planning is already in motion. According to Dana, the logistics are being sorted out right now. In just 10 days, UFC executives will fly to the White House to pitch the whole idea directly to Donald Trump himself. Whether you're into politics or not, this is something else. A UFC card at the White House, possibly headlined by Jones and McGregor, that's not just historic, that's pure madness. So let me ask you, real MMA fans, what would your dream matchup be for that card? Let us know what you'd want to see in this once-in-a-lifetime event.
It already done, all the logistics. My team went out there and walked it. We're putting together the renderings. They should be done in the next 10 days. And then we're going to fly out to the White House and present it to him, see what he likes and what he doesn't like, and start working on it. And Ivanka is in the middle of this too. So, and I will blow the doors off this thing. I'm going to make this one of the greatest events of all time. It'll be a full card, and it will be the best card we've ever done to date. Anything is possible. Listen, it's still a year away. I mean, it's literally a year away from now. So the landscape will change a lot over the next year as far as title holders and, stars and people that pop up. But yeah, I mean, we're looking if we do a Jones and Conor on the same card, plus a lot of other great fights, anything is possible and everything is possible for that card.
If we're going to have Conor McGregor and Jon Jones on the same card, I guess.
Sure.
I guess we'll do that. That thing will be electrifying. You said it's about a year from now. Do you have a date already picked out?
It's the 4th.
Now let's talk about Jon Jones. Just when people were starting to believe in his comeback, Michael Bisping throws a curveball. According to Bisping, Jon hasn't even re-entered the UFC's anti-doping pool, even though Jon previously said on Twitter that he had. If that's true, then technically Jon Jones is still retired. That's a big deal. But here's where it gets tricky. Jon says he's aiming to fight at the White House event next year, and if that's his timeline, he's still got plenty of time to re-enter the testing pool. Remember, fighters need 6 months of clean testing before they're allowed to compete again. So he could delay a little longer and still be good to go. And guess who else is back in the mix? Conor McGregor. He's confirmed that he's re-entered the pool too. He's setting his sights on finally returning to the octagon, and he wants Michael Chandler. So here we are, 2 of the UFC's biggest stars hinting at major comebacks. And the craziest part? We might see both of them fighting on the same historic card. What do you think? Is Jon being serious, or is this just more hype with no follow-through? And will Conor versus Chandler actually happen this time, or is it another teaser that goes nowhere? Drop your thoughts below, because something big is brewing.
Says that he's now re-entered the testing pool, but apparently, if you look on the anti-doping website for the UFC, he hasn't re-entered the testing pool. So I don't know what he's talking about there, okay? He hasn't formally re-entered the testing pool. You have to do 6 months in the testing pool before you are eligible to fight again. So if he wants to fight at the White House on July 4th next year, that's a Saturday, 2026, he's still got plenty of time. I think that he sees Tom Aspinall walking around with a belt. I think he sees the opportunity to fight at the White House and thinks, you know what, I want to come back. Let's see Tom Aspinall fight a little bit, see how he does against Cyril Gane, see how he does against somebody else. Tom Aspinall said he wants to fight 4 times in the space of a year. So Jones can watch him, he can study him, he can come up with the game plan and then try and beat him. Either way, I still think it's pretty weak, but regardless.
Now, let's shift gears for a moment. This next story is scary and heartbreaking. Tamor Kizrev, an undefeated PFL champion and a close friend of Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev, was just shot in Dagestan, right outside a residential building on Denial Street. 2 masked men ambushed him. Just like that, he had just stepped out of his vehicle when they opened fire. 5 shots. 5. The attackers used a traumatic pistol. It's a kind of rubber bullet handgun that's legal and more commonly used in Russia and post-Soviet countries. Tamor was hit 5 times. He was rushed into emergency surgery. The good news, he's alive. His management confirmed to MMA Junkie that he's now stable and his life is not in danger. That's the only bit of comfort in a terrifying situation. It could have been so much worse. The fact that it wasn't live ammunition and that no vital organs were struck is likely what saved his life. Tamor Kizrev is 18-0. He just won the 2024 PFL featherweight title. He dominated Brendan Linan and took home $1 million prize. He was on fire. His momentum was through the roof. Many believed he was UFC bound. And now this happens. The MMA community, especially in Russia, is in shock. Fans are devastated. Fighters are shaken. No one saw this coming and no one knows why it happened. Was it a robbery gone wrong? Was it something personal? Or was it completely random? There are still no confirmed suspects, no motives, just questions and fear. This whole event raises a bigger concern too. Fighter safety, not just inside the octagon, but outside it. These athletes train, bleed, and sacrifice everything to entertain us, but who's protecting them when they're off the clock? We hope Tamor recovers fully, but this should never have happened. What do you think really went down here? Drop your theories in the comments. And now, let's talk about Max Holloway. Max is on a mission and he's coming with fire in his eyes. In a recent interview with Main Event, Max made one thing very clear. He's not here to celebrate Dustin Poirier's retirement. He's coming to ruin it. And he means every word. Max says he's feeling amazing at 155 pounds, way better than he ever did at featherweight. And now he's fully locked in on chasing lightweight gold. His long-term goal? A rematch with Ilia Topuria. Yeah, some people might laugh at that right now, but think about it. If Max beats Dustin and then goes on to take out someone like Charles Oliveira, who he's already beaten once, suddenly a rematch with Ilia doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. Right now, the hype is all around Ilia. Fans are buzzing about him fighting Islam Makhachev in a super fight, or maybe clashing with a rising star like Arman Tsarukyan or even Paddy Pimblett, 2 guys who bring their own heat. But in MMA, everything can change fast. All it takes is 1 or 2 fights, 1 or 2 statements. Momentum can flip in the blink of an eye. And Max Holloway, he's ready to shake things up. If he pulls off a big win at UFC 318, calls out Charles Oliveira, and keeps this train moving, the rematch story will write itself. Max has never been the type to beg for attention. He earns it in the cage, with heart, with war. Let's see what happens on fight night. If Max spores Dustin's goodbye and keeps pushing, the lightweight division is going to get real interesting.
It is what it is. I mean, you can't spill over, cry over spilled milk. I came back from losses, many losses. This ain't no different, Yeah, I got stopped in the last one. It was the first time for everything, I guess, and we see what happens. I'm focused. That fight is so long gone in my mind. I don't care. It was on to the next, and I'm here to make people, remind people, because people are forgetting who I am. So I gotta go out there and remind them who I am. I mean, fight week is good. I mean, you can see in my face, yeah, I'm skinny, but when we was going down to 45, I was like almost skeletal. I got nothing but love for Dustin, man. He introduced me to the UFC as my first fight. We did an interim title, and now we're here. It sucks that I gotta be the guy, but he took 2 of my winning streaks. I'm gonna take his retirement.
That's all for today, folks. Let us know what you think about all of this. John and Conor teasing comebacks, the shocking attack on Kizrev, and Max Holloway's path back to glory. The MMA world is never quiet, and these stories prove it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with more updates, because in this sport, anything can happen at any time. Stay safe and stay tuned.